Going on, everybody? Down here from 7th Tower, and in today's video I'll be working on a painting inspired by Renaissance art, and for the most part Michelangelo Caravaggio, the Italian painter from the 17th century. He's probably really one of the most influential artists as far as the people or the other artists who inspire me. You can really tell just by the way he uses the contrast in all his artwork, from the really darks to the really brights and stuff, and how it's mostly dominated by shadows and really dark colors. I use that a lot, and as far as my black and whites go, it's kind of similar to like Frank Miller style comic book art, almost in a sense, and um, of course his is like with color and all that stuff. But yeah, he's one of my favorites, and I love his story and how he was exiled and all that stuff. And I've been kind of in a rut as far as art goes, and I kind of really wanted to do something, and I felt like, well, maybe I'll try like a fine art kind of piece. I've never tried that before, and so I just kind of winged it and did this. This took about 3 days to do, somewhere around there. Um, and I did this a lot differently than I usually do my paintings. What I did was I drew it out with a really kind of, well, it's not really detailed sketch, or the pencil work, I should say, but had a lot of information in it. Normally, I don't really do that. It's kind of really a loose kind of sketch that I'll scan in, but I made the pencil work just as good as, or with as much information as like a finished piece or a finished pencil work. I didn't really go too much with the details, like I said, but uh, it works even as a pencil piece. And what I did was no, like I always do, I scanned it in, but this time around I only used 2 layers for this painting. I realistically only really needed one. I don't really know why I kept the background, and I just painted straight on that sketch layer. You can see in a lot of the parts, whenever I zoom in, a lot of that sketch is still showing through, and I kind of like that. It gave a lot of textures the first time I ever tried doing that, just kind of painting on just one flat layer. Um, I say one because the background layer I never used. I don't know. At any point in time I could have deleted it, and nothing would have changed as far as my work output goes. It was pretty fun, just kind of just messing around with the shapes and stuff, and trying to use just one layer. Normally I do use one layer, but I would have like the sketch layer on a whole nother one, and kind of use that as a reference from here and there and junk. Yeah, this was a really fun piece. I really love the way the cloth came out, the red cloth and the high contrast it gives. That's my favorite part. My favorite part was just painting the cloth. To me it came out pretty powerful. And as far as the nun goes, this was a sketch I did a really long time ago, earlier this year, somewhere around earlier this year, and it was one of these group of sketches that I put on my Facebook where I asked the opinions of my friends, um, which one I should do, and they opted for this other one, which eventually turned into the Batgirl pinup, the first Batgirl pinup I did. And this kind of sketch was just kind of left alone, and I never really went anywhere with it. But I was looking through my old stuff trying to gain inspiration, and I saw this sketch, and I was like, oh man, I should really do this. I really wanted to. So yeah, it wasn't supposed to be latex at first, but I did a. Oh, sorry, that was my phone. That's my phone again. But I did a highlight on her right leg, on her right calf, and for me, that pretty much what summed it up for me making it into latex. Like I said, it was supposed to be just a regular nun's uniform, but I realized that the colors were a little bit too bright for it to be kind of a dark cloth thing. But I guess my mind wanted it to be latex. I guess from kind of her head area, the kind of headdress thing. I guess the highlights kind of geared me towards that direction and stuff. But yeah, this is probably my favorite piece I've ever done, actually, and it came out really well, and I'm really proud of it. Um, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do a lot more of this stuff later on. This fine art kind of inspired paintings and junk. So Yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You could buy some of my artwork on prints and t-shirts and other various merch on redbubble.com. You could check out that link in the description. And also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe and comment. And make sure to check out all the other links in the description to see where you can find the rest of my artwork. And until then, I'll see you guys around.